too, girl, because I would have been crazy if I did drugs. Child, I would have been out here wilding. Y'all would have been like, what?
You see it through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl, Brittany, and today I'm here with somebody very beautiful, and her name is Jazmine Sullivan. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so wait, you're having a really great week.
Yes.
My reality show.
It just dropped.
And it's doing great numbers.
It's number one on R&B on iTunes. So I'm super excited. As you know, I've been going for like 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. So I can't believe that people are supporting, but I'm hearing great things about the album, so I'm so happy.
Yes, and we missed you.
Thank you.
Because there was a moment in time where I was like, where the hell is Jazmine Sullivan? What is she doing? I need her to come back ASAP, because there was like a void in music.
Thank you.
And I kept listening to your old albums, and I was like listening to like old Beyonce albums, like when she was like doing a lot more like ballads. Mm-hmm. And because sometimes you want to sulk and shit, so I was doing that, and I was like, I need Jazmine to come with her raspy vocals and sing my heart.
Yeah, I was on a break. It got a little longer than I ever expected. Mm-hmm. Like when I said I was taking a break, I thought like 3 months tops. And it became 3-4 years. But I definitely took that time kind of just to reflect and, just grow and learn and all those things. And I feel like I'm just a grown, older, more mature person now.
I actually got a chance to go to your in-studio performance earlier this week.
Oh, okay, cool.
At Platinum. And you were like discussing the album, and you had mentioned that, during this time that you were off in your hiatus, you were dealing with an unhealthy relationship. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of other things going on with you that a lot of people didn't understand. Yeah. And people just, I think, really thought that you kind of just took a break just because you couldn't deal with like the fame. Yes. When it was like much deeper than that.
A lot of people thought, I just had issues with the industry and not getting my just due. Which I really, to be honest, I don't think about that much. Like, I'm an artist, so that's really what I think about is just the art. But in my personal life, I was dealing with a really bad relationship. It had gotten to be abusive. Mm-hmm. And, but I was, in love with him, and I was still trying to really make it work. And I feel like sometimes in relationships, you can lose yourself. You put so much into that person, you lose who you are. Yeah. And I think that's definitely what happened. So it kind of made me have to hold for a second.
Yeah. When was like the first time, I guess, you actually realized, like, I think I'm in an unhealthy relationship? Was there ever like a defining moment where you were like even before, if you decided to get out of it, that you noticed like, okay, this is not normal?
I got signs probably a little earlier than I would like to admit, but definitely I had family and friends that like really loved me, so they kind of saw things in my ex that I didn't want to see, and they kind of let me know, like, I don't think this is good for you. Mm-hmm. So I had signs earlier, but like I said, like you have to go through things yourself. You got to learn things at your own pace, and so I had to learn it for myself. I had to go through it, and everybody doesn't have to. But with that particular situation, I had to kind of go through the emotions to kind of get to the place that I am now, where I know that was not a good situation. I would never put myself in something like that again.
So one of the songs that I really love on your album is Masterpiece.
Thank you.
Mona Lisa. And you performed it, like you did an acoustic version.
Yeah.
And I really like felt it, like when I was listening to it on the album, I kind of ingested it differently than I guess acoustically. Yeah. And I just really felt you on like the self-love and like self-assurance, and I feel like a lot of people, you don't have to be in like an unhealthy relationship to feel a lot of self-doubt. Like,
yeah, definitely.
In your daily life, you're like, am I good enough?
Oh yeah. With being in the industry, it's like that. You feel like, if you're different, you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't look or sound anything like anybody else. But just the way society is set up, everybody wants what's perfect, and everybody has like this ideal of what's perfect. And if you look at yourself and you don't fit that, it makes you feel down, unfortunately. But with this, it was definitely a personal journey, and it took a while for me to get here. Yeah. And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on myself. I still sometimes I have to play that song to remind myself that I am a work of art. I am a masterpiece, and I'm so glad that I put it on the album, because I want people, and especially young girls, to hear it.
When was the last time you talked to Missy Elliott?
I don't know. I probably texted her not too long ago, but I went to her house because, like, while I was at the very end of working on the project, I was like, oh, I want to try to get something done. So I went there, and we wound up not actually doing any records, but she listened to the album. She was like, oh, this is dope. And I was like, man, I wish you could be on it. But me and Missy are friends, so it's just a matter of like, what you doing this week? You in town, and like we can hook up and start making some stuff.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a relationship with Timbaland?
No, I didn't. I did not. But I love Timbaland. I definitely respect Timbaland. But I didn't really ever get a chance to like hang out with
him
Tim.
and vibe with him.
I remember though when I was younger, I will always remember this. I went and sang for Timbaland and Aaliyah. And I was supposed to do like some backgrounds or some stuff for Aaliyah, and then she passed, and I remember feeling like, oh my God, like I was so sad about it. So that was like the time I remember with him and her.
And then I also was reading this interview that you did like 4 years ago.
Oh
and
shoot!
It was like back when.
Well, I don't know what I was saying 4 years ago.
It was back when Willow Smith had her "Whip My Hair." The Whip My Hair song? I think that was 4 years ago, 2010. You were talking about how you really loved her.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Have you listened to like her new music and her progression?
I have not. I heard some stuff,
Okay.
and I think from what I heard, I think she's dope. I think she got a great voice. She sounds great to me. I actually did just see her though at Janae Aiko's concert.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that she was there. And then I learned later that she had actually opened up for her. So, and then I heard a little bit on her Instagram. But yeah, I think she's gonna be like really, really.
She's really big.
Yeah.
When I was at Platinum Studios with you all, you mentioned that you were in such a dark place that you thought about actually taking drugs.
A quick second, yeah.
A very brief second.
Yes.
But how did you kind of snap out of that mindset? Because some people aren't strong enough to kind of get themselves out of that rut.
No, well, I mean, that was a very quick thought, but I was like dealing with the breakup, and it was very difficult for me because at the time I had stopped singing and everything, so I kind of like gave up what I was doing, and I was dealing with a lot. So my first thought was that, but once I kind of came to my senses and really kind of like I started to like, pray more and read the Bible and stuff like that, and start trying to focus my attention on God so that he can direct me in my thoughts, because my thoughts were just, they were off. That kind of like gave me a center. What's up, y'all? It's Jazmine Sullivan, and you're watching GlobalGrind TV.
Stay away.
No, my hot box is amazing now.
Okay.
It's really,
But it drives people crazy.
It's great.
Yeah, that's kind of my Amish to her. I know people call it my Rick Ross girl, but it's really Little Kim.
Okay. Was